In today's episode of Bavarian Redline, we're going to be swapping out the wheels on our Project E90 with the 437M wheels that are on the E46 M3, which I'll show you here in a second. Hopefully everybody had a great holiday. Aaliyah was able to get me some upgraded wireless Rode Go 2 microphones, so we're going to see how the audio sounds in this video, because I think that was a big drawback to some of the previous videos. So if it sounds better, please leave it in the comments below, and I will leave the link to Rode's website in case you like the mics and you want to pick them up for your own video. So thank you so much for watching. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So the Project E90, which a lot of you have seen if you've been on the channel, which is our 07 335 first generation with the sport package. We bought this car on the other coast for super cheap, and part of that was it came with mismatch, not so good tires. And when I say not so good, I mean the front tires were basically completely bald, and somehow we've made it another 5,000 miles with these tires, which is pretty incredible. So the tread on the backs is actually decent, but the tread on this right front tire has now gotten so bad that it's the point where it literally won't even hold air. And I don't know if you can see in the video quite how bald that is, but super, super bald. So what we're gonna do, since this is an all-wheel drive car, you shouldn't even be running different tires, especially when the treads are so different in terms of the tread depth. What we're going to do is we're going to just put the 437M wheels off of the E46 M3 Project. Now the reason we're going to do that is because not only do these have really good Michelin tires on them, but they happen to be the same rolling diameter front and back. So if you know, with all-wheel drive cars, you have to make sure that you have the same rolling diameter between all four tires, otherwise it can mess with the differential on an all-wheel drive car, and that goes really for any all-wheel drive car. So because these fronts are 225 40 ZR19s and the backs I believe are 255 35 ZR19s, they have the same rolling diameter, so we should be able to pull these wheels off, should have good clearance for the brakes and whatnot. I think the fitment should work on these 437Ms, so we're going to take those off and we're going to put them onto the E90. And that's not taking anything away from this project, but we've got a lot of work to do with this car, like adjusting the valves, getting a new hood. We need to get some camber plates or something like that so we can fix the camber on the front since we installed the coilover. So there's just quite a few things that we need to do to that. And this is really a daily driver. Now that we got the G80 back, I really need to be driving this most of the time to keep miles off of that. So in the meantime, we're going to take these wheels off and throw them on there. So we're going to get these guys pulled out of the garage and get set up, and we'll have Aaliyah do a little bit of tire and wheel swapping. Are you ready, babe?
Of course.
All right. Thank you for watching. So with the cars pulled up, staged, and ready to go, it was time to break the wheels loose, get them jacked up, get some jack stands underneath them, and get this swap done. All right, so now that we got the cars in the air, Aaliyah's gonna start taking off these 17 mil lug bolts now that I've got them all broken, and then we'll get the 437Ms taken off of there and put onto the Project E90, which, as you can see, desperately needs it. Now that I've got it up in the air, you should be able to get a better look at just how bald the inside of those tires are. And I honestly think this one's a little bit worse on this side. Yeah, I mean, just awful. Can't believe we were driving on those. We actually managed to get 5,000 miles out of those tires that are, oh my gosh. Wow, I just noticed this. I don't know if you can see, but look at that bubble in this tire. Holy cow. Did you see this, babe?
No.
Holy cow.
Driving around in that yesterday.
Yeah. Well, much needed. We'll get these guys broken off. Here, if you want to hold the camera for a second, I'll get this guy taken off and we'll wheel it over. But look at the tread on those Pilot Super Sports. Those things are like brand new. So it's going to be a huge upgrade for the E90, and I don't want to keep driving them on the M3 because it has so much negative camber that it's going to wear out the inside of the tire. So let's get the front right off of the E90 and then we'll see how it looks. I have a feeling these are going to be a little rusted on. See that? That little bit of angle makes a huge difference.
It really does.
Doing a good job, babe. Do be careful because there's not fire ants right underneath you, but they are like pretty close to you.
I feel like Luigio on cars.
Luigio, is that his name? The tow truck? Or no, the little forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get that off of there and we're gonna see how it looks. Roll this guy out of the way and then snag this bad boy. Roll right through the fire ants here. We picked a perfect spot for the car, right where a fire ant hill is in our driveway. So it'll be a miracle if I don't get lit up by fire ants throughout this video, because I'm literally standing right in it, and we got to jack the car up a little bit. Bummer. There we go. Okay. If you're wondering, we did block the wheels before doing this, so should make it a little bit less sketchy. Boom, right there. If I would have got the impact, I could put that on. Okay. See, I'm kind of tight. Put on the this one in. This one in. Okay. Boom. So that already looks pretty good. And we'll go ahead and get the other front one swapped, and then we will come back when we're doing the back, and then we can kind of look at the final product here, see how it looks. All right, so now that we got the other side done, and I gotta say it looks absolutely incredible. Although we made the E46 M3 look worse, totally temporary, the E90 project is really gonna look a ton better. So she's getting that side mounted. You can kind of see the contrast between the back here. And I didn't even bother looking up the style of those rims. If you're curious, go ahead and look it up. They're really just like an 07 Sport Spec 335 wheel from an E90. And then these, like I said, are the 437s M's that come on the M4s and the M3s of the F80, F82 generation. So that one you can kind of see, and then coming over to this side, you can kind of see. Now it hasn't sat down, but we are going from 17s to 19s. So I think they're gonna fill the arch there a little bit better. But they're gonna look pretty good. Now, I don't think these wheels are gonna stay on this car. I think we're gonna do something a little bit different. I just haven't decided exactly what wheels are gonna look good with this, and if we're gonna go as crazy as doing like a full M3 body kit on this. So for the time being, just gonna put these on here to be a driver, and this obviously won't be driven, but like I said, there's some things we need to take care of before we can drive that much anyway, so not too worried about that. We can at least roll it around on those, and then we can keep using the Project E90 as our driver. So getting the front knocked out, and then we'll go ahead and do the back, and then we'll do a couple walk around videos and show you guys how good the final product turned out. You excited, babe?
Yeah.
All right, so Aaliyah's taking off the back here so we can get those swapped over. Now there has been a slight development while this was going on. Because these wheels are so much taller and larger, the speedometer will also probably be off, but the car definitely now looks like it needs some lowering springs. You can't tell as much because of the way that we have the back currently jacked up, but it's a little bit of a monster truck. And the opposite thing has happened with the M3. This thing is super clapped out, but fortunately not permanent. And then with this guy, I think the best solution is we just get some lowering springs for it. But I think it's going to look really good once we get the front and back. So let's see where Aaliyah's at. Taking off the wheel here. Can you get it off of there, or do you want me to rock it off?
I need to kick it.
Here, I'll get it off.
Flip-flops on.
I'll get it off. The fronts weren't that rusty. There it is. Let's hope we got it jacked up high enough this time. Now these tires are actually decent, although they're probably aged out. They at least have decent tread. So we'll get that off. And then if you want to swap with me, if you want to knock out getting this wheel. And it is a little precarious how we have this thing jacked up, but there's really not a whole lot we can do about it because you can't fit them side by side in the garage. That's why when we get our place built, we'll have a huge garage and that won't be so much as a problem. But for the time being, this was the easiest way to jack up the car. Hey, you know what I noticed?
What?
Why are those lug nuts so much longer?
I don't know.
Probably because of the fitment of the wheels, but keep going. Oh, there's spacers on the back. I did not notice that.
Should we be putting them on?
Probably on that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll just leave the spacers off. And, well, let's see how the fitment. Let's check the fitment and then we'll go from there. So, actually, if you want to snag the camera for a minute, let me wheel this over here and we'll check the fitment and see if we think it needs to be that good bit wider. That's probably why the backs were fitting so good on there. So there were spacers. Those are kind of big spacers on the back. Didn't even realize it had those. All right, let's see if we got the car high enough. It looks like we do. All right, so now that that's set on there for just a second, let's see the fitment. Yeah, I definitely think spacer, yes. Yeah, like that is on there. How do those, thinking about just leaving it, because obviously we're gonna want them on this car. I was just looking at the rear subframe on this. I don't know, I say we just go no spacer for now since we're gonna want these on here, and I'd rather not put them back on. And we'll just roll with it like that. So we'll just put those lug nuts back in, then we don't have to swap the lug nuts either. So okay. You mind passing me that impact? So obviously still jacked up and it hasn't settled down at all yet, but let's take a look at the how. Wow, that looks a ton better front and back. Now I'm feeling like I wish this had the shadow line trim, and I wish we had some black kidney grills in the front of it, but the E90 is just looking so much better. If you saw this thing when we first got it, just looks so much better. Let us know what you think in the comments, but we'll get it dropped on the ground, do a final walk around so you can kind of see the whole car and how it sits with the fitment. All right, so here is kind of the finished product of the Project E90. We've got the style 437M rims on it, so it probably needs to settle down just a little bit once we drive it, but hard to be disappointed with that. Looks pretty damn good and should drive a little bit better too. Not only having matching tires on all four corners, but not having that that big bubble in the tire. Now the E46 M3, not quite the same story. This thing obviously looks pretty bad, but Aaliyah and I were talking about it, and I think that the Project E90 got better more so than this got worse. Honestly, it doesn't look that terrible, and it sits quite a bit lower just because of the overall size of the wheels and tires. So the final thing we're going to do in the video is we're going to take out the Project E90 and make sure that it feels good. It's always interesting when you're doing a stagger. I'm 99% sure that the rolling diameter is correct, but we'll make sure the all-wheel drive system is doing what it needs to do, make sure that there's no kinks in it and that it drives well, which I'm sure it will. And so we're going to go ahead and jump in the car and do that now. All right, so other than we are low on fuel, we're ready to roll out here and kind of see how this drive goes. I can already tell I'm not feeling anything funky with the all-wheel drive system, which is always a good sign. So I've actually driven one of these X-Drive cars before that had a slightly different tire size, and the X-Drive system absolutely freaks out. So good to see that's not happening. Got the G80 and the F10 sitting right there. Let's see how this guy does. Feels pretty good. Alignment seems pretty good. It's absolutely smooth, right, babe? Yeah. I think those other tires, at least two of them, were run flats. And run flats, if you're not familiar with them, have an absolutely horrible ride quality because of how stiff that sidewall is. So I think that was definitely affecting the ride. But I mean, obviously we haven't gone too fast yet, and we only have 3 miles of range. Dang, ate up that 9 miles pretty quick in the last block or so. But we'll get it up to a little bit of speed here and see if there's any kind of vibrations. Yes, there is no tire pressure monitor inside the wheels, so I'm surprised that didn't flag a little error on there. It popped up and said tire pressure, but it didn't pop up over here, so that's kind of cool. I thought there was a little TPMS light that would come up on there. Feels really good. So car looks good, it feels good. We're super happy with the final product. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We've got a really sweet video coming out just after first of the year on the G80, so please stay tuned for that. And say bye, Aaliyah.